What the fuck is going on, everyone? Welcome back. This is Around the Playbook, Episode 1, bringing you tomorrow's sports today. We are here with half of the Brain Trust. This is the original Around the Lunch Table group from middle school and the high school days. We're missing some people here, but for you sports fans, after a long wait, it is here, Around the Playbook. We're not going to get into specifics. We got Tristan, a.k.a. Coach Dietz. We got Jesse Cox, our last fantasy football winner of 2022, was it? Or not 2020. Oh, 2023.
Two girlies, one cup.
Oh, two girlies, one cup, yeah. So, let me put his hand in real quick. So, we're here. We're back. Sports are live. A lot happened in week one that we have to recap that we're going to get into. So, for starters, Jesse, Tris, whichever one wants to go first. Week one, a lot happened. What were our big takeaways here? Besides Aaron Rodgers' injury, okay? What teams were you liking this week one? I know I have mine. That was a sleeper for me. But anybody?
Coach Dietz, take it away.
Well, I mean, I know he wants to say his own team, but I'll start off with the Niners. I think they
did look good.
I think that was an easy choice. It pains me to say. I wish I could say my Patriots, but you know what? We came
it wasn't good for your Patriots.
So Niners look good. You know, they had the Nick Bosa holdout, got Brock Purdy back, had some quarterback. I don't know if I call it controversies during the offseason, but they went through some quarterback discussions through the offseason, and ultimately they got Brock Purdy back. And they look good. They look tough. They're going to be tough to beat. My Pats took on the Eagles, which really seemed to be the only other, maybe the Cowboys, the only other threat to the Niners this year. And the Eagles, you know, didn't look too good against my Patriots. They still came away with the win, but I like the Niners.
That's fair.
You know, honestly, I was pleasantly surprised with the Patriots. I thought they played Philly really well. Everyone was wondering what Mac Jones was going to do coming into the year. Yeah, you guys got Juju, brought the defense back. I thought you guys did really well. I will say one team I was very, very surprised with. The Cleveland Browns.
Oh, yeah, the Cleveland Browns.
I did.
82 yards.
That was something. My fucking man T. Higgins didn't even get a catch.
Dude.
I don't know if their defense is that stellar or they just played like shit. I think the Bengals just played like shit.
Dude, they have – I mean, Myles Garrett, he looked like Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett, honestly.
He's a stud.
Joe Burrow looked lost out there. He had
Abysmal.
like 82 passing yards.
It has to be someone with the curse. He just got the largest contract of any player, and right after that happens. It's just embarrassing.
Oh, dude,
he signed that contract like 2 days before.
Dude, it's like the fucking it's like the video game cover curse, dude. When they get put on the cover, their career goes to shit.
The only one that can not be cursed is Patrick Mahomes. That dude.
Yeah, that's give or take. You know what? What I'm buying this week was it was not foreseen. I actually really liked the Lions. I did. I liked the Lions run game with Dave Montgomery and Jamar Gibbs I think they looked great.
They didn't give Gibbs the ball enough though.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. But I'm saying you could see when he had the ball what damage he can do. I think.
Well, you saw what Campbell said, right? Dan Campbell said he plans on working Gibbs in, using him more as the season goes along.
He's going to be worked in more. I'm just saying, dude, they have a nasty they have Montgomery and Gibbs. That's a nasty combo.
Oh, dude, it's dirty.
And let's not forget all the nasty games. Jared Goff had some nasty games last year, dude.
Goff is better than he's kind of gotten a bad rap.
He's
a good quarterback.
He's good.
I have an unpopular opinion here. I truly believe the Rams were winning that Super Bowl in 2021 if they had Jared Goff.
Dude,
well, I mean, they went to the
underrated.
Super Bowl 2 years before.
Yeah. Yep.
And with Jared Goff.
Matt Stafford led picks that year.
Yeah.
And they still won the Super Bowl. I think they were Cooper Kupp was a man on a mission.
Yeah, he was unreal.
Yeah, no, they were getting their ring. Ramsey, Donald, Kupp, they were getting their ring. It was only a matter of time. They came close against the Patriots. Patriots just had too good of a defense, but yeah, it was just they were getting one eventually. It was only a matter of time.
Do we have sad feelings for New York as of late?
Oh,
I don't know.
Not, man?
I think that's just rough. First of all, Aaron Rodgers got to be done. He's 39. He's got to be done, right?
No, he's coming back. No, he's coming back.
Coming back to do what? Hobble to the line of scrimmage?
Play quarterback.
I don't know. I'm just saying. Okay, you're 39. Tom Brady didn't go in like this. That's why he's able to play so fucking goddamn old.
How long's the recovery? What's the time?
I just don't see him coming back for another year.
He's for sure coming back.
He played 45 seconds or something
because
like that.
Because the medical technology they have with these surgeries now is ridiculous.
Yeah,
like I didn't think Kevin Durant
old fucking leg.
I didn't think Kevin Durant in basketball terms, he was pretty old too. Whenever he tore that Achilles, even 5 years ago, or whatever, he was still past 30. And you've seen Kevin Durant's body. It looks like he barely has legs.
But is Aaron Rodgers' drive still there enough to do all that offseason
thing
again to not play, just to play for the Jets? I don't know. I was.
Yeah.
Did you see Garrett Wilson?
I think even more so now.
Do you see that quote? It had that Garrett Wilson was asked about because
Garrett Wilson, actually made me sad,
dude. When he was like, dude, when Aaron Rodgers looked at him and said, "Sorry, kid." Oh.
Yeah.
That sucks, dude.
It was just like something was so wrong about it.
Do the Jets go Zach Wilson?
Of course.
Or do they look elsewhere? Do you see
Colin
Kaepernick put in word?
Yeah. If this was.
What do you think about that, Jess?
I think, I would not roll with Zach Wilson. I really wouldn't. I don't know what.
I honestly, because I feel like they don't like him there that much. I feel like they don't want him to be the QB. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers, that's what they wanted. But I'm saying, do they look elsewhere?
I think there's a couple options. I think they could call up the Rams, see if they can swing a Matt Stafford trade. I doubt it. I'm sure the Rams have false hope because they marched into Lumen Field and beat the Seahawks. I don't know. You can call up old Tommy B.
Not gonna happen.
Don't know if pick up the phone for you, but
I don't think so.
I think he's probably done. I don't know.
But the Jets did look good though. Breece Hall coming after the ACL injury looked good. Last year was on pace to have a monster season. I don't care what anyone fucking says. The dude looked unbelievable. The dude, the same game he tore his ACL had like a 65-yard touchdown run, like the first drive. It was the guy was putting in work.
Did he not just have about almost a 90-yard touchdown run, but it kind of got caught from behind? And Garrett Wilson was cheering instead of blocking downfield.
Yeah, he was. He was. Yeah, it wasn't as bad as that tackle attempt from Bass on the Bills.
I've never seen. What is that his name?
Yeah,
that was the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen in my life. And I was talking to my dad about it earlier, and he was like,
"Oh wait, that was a punter. Maybe that's not Bass. Bass is the kicker. Is he?"
Oh yeah, no, it was the punter.
It was their punter. I don't
know who the punter is.
Certainly not Matt Reza. Yeah.
Well, whoever the fuck he is, he's not going to be walking the streets of Buffalo safe.
No. Luckily, it was at MetLife.
Dude, okay, here's the thing. Okay, I know as a kicker or whatever, like you're not going to lay yourself out to get fucked, but like when the game's on the line, absolutely.
Oh, I'd be
absolutely. You're letting him run you over if it slows him down.
He literally pity patted him.
No, he two-hand touched
bounced off him.
He's playing two-hand touch ball, and the out of bounds line was right there. Fucking just dive into him and shove him out. Like you don't have to fucking. I don't know.
Okay, on the other end of it, they probably win.
Don't defend them.
A field goal.
They were probably in field goal range already,
and they were already there. But I still
they were. But I'm just saying, game is on the line.
At least save the touchdown.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because they're in field goal range. Yeah. But is there a chance that they shake it or they get a block? Yeah, you gotta you gotta lay your body out for that. There's no way.
Josh Allen just football so nasty, dude. I can't even.
Dude, remember, dude?
Believe how much he gives up the
to him on the sidelines before that drive started. Hits Diggs like 5 in a row, dude.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about Josh Allen. He's extremely talented, but I don't know if he can win a Super Bowl. He doesn't take care of the football.
I've never seen someone give up the pill as much as he does, whether it's fumbles or picks. I've never seen anything in my life. He's a turnover machine until he faces my Patriots, and then suddenly it's perfect football for 60 minutes. Yeah. But all 16 other games or 15 other games, it's turning the pill over. It's just I've never seen anything like it.
He's got most turnovers dating back to last year, I believe. 30 the last couple years.
I mean, what he did. What else does he need? I just feel like I don't know.
He's revert. Okay, I'll tell you where I think this whole thing went wrong. Brian Daboll leaves. He was his OC in Buffalo. Brian Daboll leaves. He goes to New York last year. first year in New York, Josh Allen, right back to his rookie form. Picks, fumbles, diving in the air. Like, the guy doesn't get down. It's
And on the flip side, Jesse, didn't Daniel Jones have like his best season in terms of like not turning it over and just like completion percentage and, you know, doing all those Coach Dable things? Like,
Well, last
No,
year?
last year, yeah.
Look,
Daniel Jones' first year with him.
baby.
Yeah, I
How's
don't
that
know.
made?
Do you guys have any predictions for Super Bowl? Who's going to be in it?
Well, I mean,
Week one, that's week one. That's shot in the dark, but
I have a prediction.
okay. Niners.
Okay, and I am.
I would say the Niners. I would say the Niners.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to be biased. But I'm gonna say Miami and the Niners.
That's fair.
Miami.
That's a fair assessment.
Miami.
Oh my. What about Tua, dude? Aside the fact that the dude's a walking zombie from CTE, doesn't even matter. The guy is unbelievable.
Dude, they're San Francisco East over there.
That throw to Tyreek where he threaded it through the defender's arms almost, just about, or his shoulder, just right there.
Yeah.
Unreal, dude.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have the biggest arm, but he can put it where it needs to go.
No, you see when they get interviewed, they're like, "What about the talking good about not being able to throw the long ball?" And he's like, 466. It's like,
yeah.
I've never understood the Tua hate. I mean, I get
he's good, dude.
He's not gonna do the
once
Justin
his career's
Herbert
over,
stuff.
he's gonna be a vegetable. But
he literally does exactly what he needs to do with those playmakers he's got. Like, he puts it right.
I mean,
He
it
just
does
gets the
help
ball
to
to
have
him in his
Tyreek Hill
face.
and Jalen Waddle, mind you.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
But
Still got to
you don't get almost 500 yards
Oh
passing.
yeah,
if
I
you
agree.
can't throw the football.
I agree.
And that guy, but I mean, yeah, he to your point, he could be a veggie here in short order.
No,
if
he
takes a
will
few
be.
more
Dude,
smacks.
last year, dude, when they played him right after, I was shocked. Dude, the dude couldn't walk. And they're
But
the dude couldn't walk, and they put
So
him back
scary.
out there. And this not even an old guy; it's a young guy. He has a lot of football left in him. Unbelievable.
They have WWE training, seriously, in the offseason, training how to fall without bouncing your head off the ground. He did that. He worked on it.
Well,
Isn't that
obviously,
crazy?
it's not going to do anything for him.
roll.
Hey, well, we'll see. It might. I mean,
Well,
if he bouncing
Well,
his
after
head
the end
off,
of his career, give him an arithmetic table and tell me if he can do it.
no, he's not going to be able to do it. He's
No.
going to be like Andy Brown. But, good deal.
Dude, the Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield getting a little sauce back.
Yeah.
That is
Baker Mayfield's getting a little sauce back. You know, the Jets would call my big man Johnny Manziel for a comeback.
Yeah.
That's what they should call him. Do you guys watch that documentary? It's good.
if you watch the Netflix documentary,
It's
you
good.
know a comeback is not in the works
I know
at
it's not
all.
the work. But dude, do you watch it? It's good.
No, yeah, it is.
Honestly, it made me sad because it's just like that era of college football. I don't
Dude,
know
he
if
really,
we'll ever
dude, it was.
love- because you had coming off the Cam Newton Auburn year, you had the Chip Kelly Ducks.
Yeah, our Ducks lost in that.
SC was still good. That was kind of like
It was
the
a great
Matt
era
Barkley
of football, dude.
era. It was just like Colt McCoy. You had the Colt McCoy era, right? Coming off the Tebow. Hey, Alabama was good. Like, I just feel like college football was
it was unbelievable
at those couple years.
Dude, I
And
think
he was the biggest star without question.
dude, Johnny Manziel was
When
like
they
the
flashed
50
those
Cent of
pictures-
like football, dude. Like it was insane.
50 Cent.
There was
Yeah,
nothing
it
bigger
was.
than Johnny Manziel and A&M at the time. There really wasn't.
No,
No.
he's like getting pictures with Drake and LeBron, and he's like this 19-year-old little white quarterback that was like 5'11". The funniest part of that was him and the Scooby Doo.
Oh yeah,
like his freshman year or whatever.
dude, the documentary
And
showed
then-
it was hilarious.
And then Kingsbury voiceover in it, it was like, I think he'd had a few cocktails or whatever. He's just kind of laughing about it.
Let's see. Yeah, that's crazy. Gosh.
I have a question. Wait, finish your thought.
Well, I was just gonna say Kingsbury has coached some savage quarterbacks. Patrick
That guy
Mahomes.
He can coach.
Oh yeah, no, he's a great coordinator. I think,
Yeah.
and his style really fits college football. I don't think it looked like it was translating. It looked like he had a shot to translate that to the NFL 2 years ago with Kyler, who he also coached at Oklahoma, but it just seemed like, I don't know, it didn't last long.
Yeah.
Action, but
Do you fellas have? I mean, obviously, when you say of all time, there's football from the 70s, and we weren't watching, obviously. But from times that we've watched, the best quarterback receiver duo, in your opinion, I know Tristan's going to say Brady and Edelman, but I will say, that you've seen, what would you say?
Actually, I think that Tristan would say Brady and Randy Moss.
I would say Randy Moss and
That's
Brady.
up there.
But in terms of my Patriots pick, I would probably, again, before my time watching football, but probably Joe Montana, Jerry Rice.
Yeah, if we're talking ever, yeah, it'd be hard not to. But
I think I go with Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison. That's my favorite. I think that's got to be my favorite.
we can go more current. We can go 2000s and later, and that would fit that. 2000s. Let's see. Yeah, it's hard to beat Peyton Manning, Marvin
Harrison was awesome.
I mean, the thing with Brady and Randy Moss is they just didn't play long enough together. They had the one season that is probably unparalleled for one season, but they didn't have that, decade long Marvin Harrison, Peyton Manning, or however long that was.
Exactly.
It's like, that was nasty for a long time.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we're gonna. I will take a segue off of that into an unrelated topic, because in our fantasy league, so are we all in here? Did we all win our week 1 games?
Oh, you bet we did, bud.
I know you did.
I didn't.
You did something. Look, 150 points on the board.
Yeah, you did have a special thing happen though, so don't act like it's gonna be an every week occurrence.
Happens, man.
Oh, I'm gonna have to bleep that out. Fuck.
Yeah. Reality is this, okay? I'm not going to be able to do that every week. I'm not going to put up 150 every week, okay? But I'm going to do my job. My team's going to do their job, and we're going to run this thing back, baby.
Yeah, dude. I it was a very abysmal week, but I got it done, so I'm not going to complain. Tristan, who'd you lose to?
I think Jalante.
Yeah.
Who's Conquistador? I think it was.
Conquistador?
Yeah.
What is it?
Conquistador.
I think it was him. It was his bitch ass.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when my number 1 pick, number 2 pick, my number 1 pick, Jamar Chase goes for, I think, a 5-point stinker.
Yeah.
And Jalen Hurts got pretty bottled up by my Patriots. I had no one that did shit.
I feel like a lot of people were. There was a lot of low-scoring games this week. There's a lot of things
honestly,
that people didn't see coming.
You turds that made us not pick defenses this year pissed me off, because I'm like, we don't need this many flexes. You just have too many guys doing squat. And in my opinion, I was like, it'd be fun to have like a defense still, like, dude, like the Niners D or Cowboys or something, and like.
I mean, I was ready for a change. We've always done the defense. So, I mean, next year, would I be open to switching it back? Yeah. I just wanted to try without. Jesse, you didn't want defense this year either, did you?
No, I didn't want defense. And here's my thing with defense. I just think the scoring's flawed. You could have 4 picks, a fumble recovery.
When Brandon sent the poll, Jesse's the first person to text me. And then I text him about this. He takes a while to text back.
Well, here's the deal. You could have 4 picks, 3 fumble recoveries, allow 28 points, and have like 3 points. So
I agree. The scoring was flawed.
Well, also you have to understand that we don't have him in here, which that pussy just avoids us. Our corrupt commission is changing. He's changing rules week 1 mid-game.
I tell you, Z, we sorted out a fucking mess yesterday, my friend.
I know. I was looking at. I wasn't gonna get involved. You guys were talking about waivers. I'm like, I'll just let them through this out.
And the Bird Bros disappointed me. They tried to pull a fast one on us, and they almost got away with it until Dalt had to flex his big old muscles. They almost got away with it.
Dude, what's good? There's corruption going on in our upper management.
A little bit of corruption.
There always has been. That's why I was brought into the league, to expose all that. You know what? I did for many years, but
no, but you see, because on the app, because you
back.
can chat. And I don't mean no one really chats on it. And then I see a DM or whatever from David, and David's like, "Oh, we're changing fucking rules, fucking during week 1."
Yeah, changing the score.
He's changing the score of interceptions, how much it negates from a quarterback during the game. during a
Jess,
game, mind you, when there's an
Zeke.
interception thrown like 5 minutes later. I'm like, dude, you're changing points while the fucking game's going on.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. That we can't have that. We have to have a co-commissioner, I think.
Well, I thought it was strange that he wouldn't add us as commissioners. I wanted him to add me and Dalton. He like straight up wouldn't do it because the sleeper, you can.
Because he likes being the only guy in control. That's fucking.
He loves it.
We need to get him in here next episode so we can sort this out.
Well, Z,
Jason Sturge.
I never heard your Super Bowl prediction, buddy.
I mean, I was gonna go Niners. I was gonna go. I mean, I like Miami. I really like Miami. Looks good. Do they get it done? I don't know. I think that Tua. Okay, look, he looked unbelievable. Let's be honest. He had an unbelievable game. The Dolphins did everything fucking right. I mean, Tyreek. Also, by the way, I think there was some things I was reading about Tyreek, about people like, oh, well, you know, he had a really good year last year, but he's not. He probably is going to start to, you know, slow down a little bit. I don't think he's going to consistently hold. No fucking
Who said
way.
that?
I was just reading a bunch of Twitter polls and stuff because, like, I follow these accounts in terms of, like, before the fantasy season starts, my algorithm, like, do you guys get those on Twitter? It'll say, like, oh, sleeper picks for fantasy football drafts 2023. Like, I'll start getting, because I start looking at stuff and I get all these algorithms, and people were talking about Tyreek Hill and how he is going to slow down. He's not going to do as good. He's not going to keep up these insane numbers that he has. I don't know. I don't believe any of that junk.
If Tua gets sent to the Shadow Realm again, then Tyreek could probably fall off.
Right.
But I can't believe, Jesse, I don't know what I was thinking. I can't believe I took Jamar Chase ahead of Hill. I'm like, and I didn't even think there was a debate at the time. But I mean, again, 1 week, small sample, but
yeah,
it couldn't have looked like a worse pick.
I was 100% going to be taking Jamar had you snagged Tyreek Hill. So, I mean, either way, it was them. It was Hill or Chase for me, and there was no other option. I wasn't. Everyone else's value just isn't great. The running back situation this year. Okay, I underestimated. Now, if McCaffrey keeps this up, then I completely underestimated.
He had a huge week one.
But I don't expect that all season long, and I think it would be dumb if that is what's happening because, you know, pace the dude. He's been injured almost every year he's been in the league. We have 3 running backs that are capable. Don't give him that big of a workload. You know what I mean? So I don't expect that to happen. Outside of McCaffrey, I mean, a lot of mid-level running backs this year.
Yeah,
you know,
there is.
So you had to take Chase. You had to take Chase, Jefferson, Hill. You had to snag them at the top of the draft.
Well, I mean, you guys look like rock stars. I mean, Jefferson, gigantic week. Hill,
like usual, nothing hit the fucking
Chase.
Office. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, they'll get it rolling. I don't expect them to struggle like this. They got a tough test this weekend. They got to play Baltimore. But I think they're at home. I believe they're at home. I'll have to check.
They're home.
Okay, yeah, they should bounce back here. I really think so. Divisional game, it could be a slugfest, but I expect them to put up good numbers. Burrow and Chase.
That's a cool stadium, dude. I drove right by it heading into Cincinnati on Saturday.
Oh, really?
It's right off the bridge right there. It's a sweet stadium, and their practice facility's right there, like under the bridge, like off the water. It's pretty cool.
That is cool.
So yeah, just a little side note on their stadium.
Cool. Hey, side note on that, Cincinnati Reds, they have a great field. So
I haven't even seen it.
It's fun. It was a good time. Yeah, it was good.
How was that? Was it fun?
It was fun. Yeah, and then there's a
Lady
Antebellum concert. My dad.
Lady Antebellum.
Lady whoa. It's Lady A.
Lady A, excuse me.
Lady A. Are you a Lady A fan?
Huh?
Are you a Lady A fan?
Oh yeah, I like them. Yeah.
All right. I can see that.
Not my absolute favorite, but they're good little country band. Nashville group. I always root for the Nashville Crews now.
Yeah, I feel like you're always at a fucking concert. What?
Back to what you said earlier, Z. I'm very sad for Jets fans. I really am.
Yeah, it's a brutal look. So much promise. I mean, they did pull out the win still, mind you.
They did, but it just still felt like
it's a huge blow. It's a huge blow.
Dude.
I mean,
yeah.
Is their season torch now? I don't know. I feel like last year they started off pretty well too. I don't know if it's torch, but I feel like it's going to be an abysmal season at best, maybe. But Because to be honest with you, I was pulling for the Jets. Last year I was pulling for the Jets, and then Breece Hall gets hurt. It all comes tumbling down. This is like deja vu. Star player gets hurt. Next thing you know, oh, game over.
I don't think there's a chance in hell they go above 500.
I mean, I hope they do. I'm pulling for them.
7-10. What'd they do last year? 7-10.
Around there, I'd expect.
Last year, they were one of the last undefeated teams left last year, I believe. In the beginning of the season, I think they're like 4-0 or 5, something like that.
There's no way that's true.
I thought they were one of the last teams.
They weren't one of the last teams left undefeated. They did have. I think they did start like 6-2 though.
Yeah,
I think
they had a really good record though, and a lot of people were putting them in a good spot in playoffs, and then.
Well, dude, they have a good defense. Honestly, they're a lot like Denver was. Like Denver was. Very capable defense. Could get you 3 and out, get your offense back on the field. Problem is,
Windex is typing.
Come on, stats boy. Let's go.
I expected Alex to be on the stats or on the fact checks, but apparently she's out of commission tonight.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no chance. Rest in peace, Roll Tide, by the way. How about that?
The bus or whatever you were yelling.
Start the bus, baby, or get back to the dorms. No, but listen. That worked out the way it was supposed to because last year Quinn got hurt early on in the game. They had them beat, and Texas literally choked it. So that was a perfect situation for Quinn to come back and be able to beat their ass.
Yeah, I agree. That's really cool.
Because last year I remember watching the game, and Quinn looked so good, dude. He was dicing them up. Gets hurt, and they still had an opportunity to win, and they choked it. But they had a fucking backup QB in, and like, what is he gonna do? He gets Alabama.
Third string, dude. They got all the way down to their third string. I believe,
that's right. Yeah. So they had
second half.
They had nobody, and they still had multiple opportunities to win it, and they didn't.
Yeah, no, they could have won it.
Wasn't there like a bad pass interference call? I'm remembering that.
There was multiple.
It seems to be all too.
There was something.
There was a bad pass.
I remember sitting there, and I got a bunch of Alabama fans screaming, and I'm like, it's just. I just
Roll Tide, baby. Roll Tide.
But I think that was a bad break for Quinn last year. I was happy that they played because they played well. They looked good. So
they could be a Final Four team this year.
They look real good.
They look good.
And so I guess no more. I remember before people were saying that Archie Manning was going to compete for the job. Is that just like
right?
Dude, is he completely
third string?
He's third.
He's third on the depth chart.
Is he not that good, or are they loaded?
I think they're kind of. I think it's kind of both.
Loaded. He should have went to Alabama. He'd probably be starting right now.
Honestly, I don't know how you guys feel. University of Texas, like the Longhorns, that is like when I think of college football, I think about the Longhorns and like
USC.
The Vince Young, the USC game.
That's
like
what
I feel like that's
mind.
when I fell in love with football. It was like that game. I still remember watching every play. And even for that goof, Sam Elliger, Longhorn Nation. We're back.
Yeah,
I love that video, bro. Because for some reason,
they've been trending upwards for sure.
Oh, I feel like it's almost like the Dodgers in baseball. And I know I'm biased towards that, but it's like you almost need them to be good for the sport to be good, and that's how I feel about the Longhorns in college football. So hopefully the program is actually getting back. I just don't. I mean, I'm not a Steve Sarkisian fan, so I don't know, but it's such a goof. I
want Texas to be good for Matthew McConaughey. That's what I want. That dude. He's loyal, bro. He's loyal.
Dude, that was so funny when he did that shit. That was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He deserves it. Yeah, what do we think? What do we think for tomorrow night, boys? What do we got? Vikings, Eagles.
Eagles are at home, I'm guessing.
Philly?
It's gonna be in Philly.
In Philly.
I think Philly pulls it out.
Yeah.
It's one of those
who do you guys have playing tomorrow? Do you guys have people playing? I don't have anyone playing, I don't think.
I do. Well, okay, not in our league. Not in our league, I don't. In my other league, I have Cousins and Devontae Smith. So we'll see. Separate league, but hey, I need Cousins the ball, baby. That's it.
I can't figure Cousins out, dude. Like I watched the quarterback series.
I think that's a fair assessment, dude. He's hard to figure out.
I think he's good.
Next thing you know, he's got chains on the airplane ride, and he.
Yeah, and he's got Justin Jefferson. I think he's got a good coach.
That Jordan Addison kid, he's gonna be good too.
Yeah, he's good.
I just can't figure out what the Vikings are gonna be year in and year out.
It kind of feels like they took a step back this year because, well, they let Thielen walk. they let Dalvin Cook walk, and then they let Zadarius Smith walk. Did they trade him? I think they traded Zadarius Smith. I think to the Ravens.
I don't know.
Whatever. Anyways, you're gonna trade your best guy on defense. You're gonna let two of your top weapons walk. It feels like they're transitioning. They're getting ready to transition away from Kirk Cousins. That's what I get from this. Time will tell, but I don't think they can go all the way with him.
Maybe Kirk should hightail it over to New York.
Yeah, so maybe. Jeez.
The one thing I think with Kirk, I think that obviously he looked great, and he looks good last year. But if somehow the Brock Purdy, if he just regressed or got hurt, or just anyway, Cinderella run was over or something like that, right. He doesn't pan out. I do think San Francisco would make a play to get Cousins in there as like a last-ditch effort with Shanahan.
You would
100%. Well, I think
you heard that story that came out the other day. Mike Shanahan said that 2017, when Kyle got the head coaching gig with the Niners, he offered that third overall pick to Washington for Kirk Cousins, but
Solomon Thomas pick.
Dan Snyder wouldn't. Yeah, Solomon Thomas. Yeah, so anything would have been better than him. But Dan Snyder wouldn't pick up the phone. They were feeding
just like Brandon.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Where's he at?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, speaking of which, I think that we might have to hold a second draft for the Around the Playbook with Brandon being a feature. This guy's not going to show up.
Oh, we'll get him in here one way or the other.
He's just this guy's out of his mind. I mean, Garrett's work schedule's weird, so I don't know how he's gonna be off and on. But we got to get Brandon in here. We have to. And he's our commissioner. He should be representing the league and defending all the bullshit he's starting to pull. Okay.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. This guy.
I just want my trophy from last year. And I want it to look just like the one Jesse just got. It needs to be like the Lombardi Trophy or something.
Oh, dude, it shined. Well, no, we're gonna pass this one around. This is it. He's gonna.
It's got your name engraved on it.
Oh, yeah, what? It's engraved.
It's not engraved. That's a sticker.
Oh,
so every year you order the next plaque, the sticker, and I'll ship it. It's gonna stay on my mantle through this year too.
Yeah, you're gonna what do you? If it fits, it ships. But what box are you gonna put it in?
Well, no, you can take it apart.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
You can take it apart into like 4 pieces and then just ship it.
Like 10 steaks.
He bought it from, what's it called? Trophy Smack or something. I don't know, but they went on Shark Tank.
Trophy Smack?
It's a fantasy football, company basically. They went on Shark Tank and actually got a deal
specifically for fantasy football.
Yeah,
trophies.
That's awesome. Actually,
plaques, trophies.
Who invested? Mark Cubes.
That would be something.
Well, not just the cubes, but
had to have been Cuban.
It had to be cubes.
Hey, someone should pull up this week's games. Pull them up.
Oh, Tristan's already been. Windex likes typing, so
pull them up. Windex. Let's make our picks. We'll go one by one. Well, we'll have to start with. I think we're all in agreement that Philly's going to pull this off tomorrow. I'm not betting against them.
I think there's going to be some.
Yeah, we got Eagles.
I think there's going to be some surprising things to happen here.
So we've talked about 2 of them. We got Vikings at Eagles. I think Eagles are going to, they made it to the Super Bowl last year. I just don't see them starting 0-2, especially at home.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Or what am I saying? Eagles won first game against the Patriots. I keep thinking the Patriots squeaked it out. No, so Eagles
they won. Yeah, no.
So maybe the Vikings do take that, but I probably think Eagles going home. They probably win that and go 2-0.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Just start with the morning games and we'll make our picks. If you could pull up the spreads too, that'd be nice. You might not be able to. I can get that going next weekend. And we'll make our picks that way. Because let me tell you something. Hey, Daddy hits his bets. All right.
Yeah, he does.
Hey, I was dry this past weekend, but
it happens. I've just stuck to UFC fights for the most part for the last. And I might.
Hey, on that,
I've been a little wet there.
Can we? On that note, can we talk about the travesty that occurred on Saturday night in the middleweight division?
Embarrassing is what that was.
Jesse, what do you think happened? Honestly, like, what do you think happened? And here's why. So people are talking about like, oh, is this the best upset? If somebody gets caught and knocked out like Rousey and Holm, I don't really consider that an up. Well, I mean, obviously it's an upset.
Well, Rousey was falling off when she got caught by Holm.
She was getting her ass beat even before that head kick. That was just the final. But like Usman getting knocked out by Leon Edwards, that was a clear upset, and just a knockout. But like with Adesanya, he was straight up just outworked from the get-go.
Yeah,
and so in that terms, it's probably the second biggest upset. It's probably the second biggest upset in UFC history behind Matt Serra knocking out GSP.
Yeah.
I think that's the only one that is above it. But other than that,
I really can't put anything above it because the way he got worked.
It wasn't even like he got clipped by something lucky or like just a good shot, like one good, like when Edwards did. At least Edwards, it was like he had to knock him out. I feel like at that point. So
that's what he was down for.
Yeah, he had to knock him out, and so that was at least you could be like, okay, well, Usman fought a good fight the whole time, blah 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 blah, which he did, but he kind of got caught there. But dude, Adesanya just got fucked. Just fucked.
Dude, and he did get caught in the end of round 1, but he wasn't hurt from it. That's why he doesn't get that, benefit of the doubt. Like, oh, he was just rocked the whole fight. For a second, I thought, I'm like, maybe he was just like so fucked up for like the rest of the fight from that. But I'm like, no, like he was fully recovered. Like he wasn't hurt. Like I'm super glad the ref didn't stop it then because he wasn't hurt. He was even as Strickland was getting, I think he was standing up, he was fine.
Yeah, he was fine. He was telling him
he was just right. He's good. I've never seen that before. He's standing up, getting punched in the face. He's going, I'm good. As he's standing up, that was wild.
I was really caught off guard because Sean Strickland beat him throwing a push kick and a 1-2. Push kick, 1-2. That's it.
Which I'm pretty sure Alex Pereira gave him a little coaching on that.
Yeah, no, it was Adesanya. There was no reason he should have lost his fight. He got outstruck by a guy who has no business outstriking him. Look what Pereira knocked him out quick, made quick work of him.
Jared Cannonier whooped his ass.
Cannonier. Yeah. No, sometimes it's just inexplainable. Weird sport.
Sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't, I guess.
Yeah.
And he knew, obviously, he came in again. I think the Pereira training probably had a big help to Strickland.
Yeah.
But my thing with Izzy was just he kept trying to go to the kicks, and the kicks weren't doing anything. He was checking all of them, and he was backing up, and Izzy just kept. I mean, he's throwing more kicks than he was punches, and Izzy actually like landed some good straight up boxing when he just stood in the pocket and like threw
back away. He was.
I was pissed, but I mean, it's.
I mean, that's not. I feel like is he headed a little bit downhill now, Adesanya? I think he might be. By the way, UFC cover.
True. I'll say something
UFC
about
cover curse.
20-0. He started his MMA career 20-0.
Yeah, unbelievable.
He is 4-3 in his last 7 fights.
Yeah.
But on that, I think it's a little misleading because I'm like, okay, he could have taken the Khabib route. I think I sent you this, Jesse, and I'm like, he could have taken the Khabib route and said, you know what, I'm done. There's nothing more to prove. But he went up in weight to face Jan, knowing that Jan should have whooped his ass, and Jan did whoop his ass. And then he goes back down, defends a couple times, and then gets caught by Pereira. And he was beating Pereira. He was up like 3-1 going into fifth. And, Pereira knocked him out. Comes back and beats Pereira, and then loses this. So I'm like, the 4-3. I feel like he's taking chances. Like Strickland didn't even deserve a title shot. Like Izzy could have said, like, yeah, right, this isn't happening. Pereira at the time, he could have said, okay, this guy was unranked and just caught Strickland. I'm not giving this guy a title shot. He's beat me twice over in kickboxing already. I'm for sure, I'm not giving him a title shot yet. And so I don't know. I feel like Izzy's the one guy that's like giving guys chances and this and that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what the future holds for Izzy. And because he is like, I think he's 34. And he kind of carries himself like he's like a 25-year-old, but It's like 34, and he's been active, and no one can stay that active and continue to be that good for that long.
Yeah, that's true.
No,
it's
just tough to imagine him being in the picture for the future, because you got these other guys coming up, guys like Dreykus, guys that can really grapple like Hamzat. You know, I don't know.
He's a fucking animal.
Yeah, we just need him to commit to a fight.
Yeah, he won't. He won't.
He's fighting Paulo Costa. Well, that'll be a test, but I expect him to beat him. We'll see how his wrestling translates at middleweight. We've seen him before, but he's fought absolute scrubs at middleweight. This is an actual middleweight that he's fighting. So,
a lot of people say that about Khabib, that he fought a bunch of fucking scrubs too.
He did.
One of those guys.
Just a bunch of tomato cans.
I was.
Well, I'm one of those
guys.
I
don't think there's anyone. I mean, because that's where I was watching. I forgot what show it was, where people talking. Is he really the best? Like, look at who he's fought. Like, it's just like, and then he bounces out, and it's just like, okay, well.
People put him in the GOAT conversation, and it's disgusting. He fought. He fought in his dad's promotion, beating guys that were like 0-30 and shit. Yeah, he beat some. He beat some big names in the UFC. He beat Conor. He beat Poirier. He beat Gaethje. Fine. Those are all horrible, horrible matchups. Those guys can't grapple worth a fuck. Yeah. He's going to smash long. And another thing about Khabib, he was one of those guys. He's a weight bully. He cuts like 45 pounds, dude. Like, there's a reason he's not fighting at welterweight, because there's wrestlers at welterweight that are bigger than him, or at least as big as him.
Yeah.
So, look, he's lightweight. He's great for that division. Best ever in that division. Would not have been anywhere near that at welterweight. That's my opinion.
That's fair.
And that's where, like, I appreciate the Izzy's of the world. That's like, okay, you know, going up to 205 when Izzy has no business being at 205 with that frame. You know, with that skinny build.
Like, remember seeing him next to Pereira? Like, just watching, just like, holy fuck.
Have you seen that picture of Pereira next to Strickland?
Yeah,
like where they're like standing there shirtless, you know, and Pereira just looks like this monster over Strickland.
Yeah, Pereira's so wide.
He's so big, dude.
But the division that's got the problems right now is 170 division. Like, where the hell is that Colby Leon fight? No, is that not official?
I don't think they ever made it official. They haven't yet.
They're gonna put that on the John Jones card, and then now I'm hearing it might be in December instead. I have no clue. They could throw it on UFC 300, I guess, but why wait? Why are we waiting that long?
Yeah, it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Stupid.
But yeah, I mean, I was gonna say also, did you guys see? I looked just for shits and kicks. I was looking at for the Jones card. The nosebleed tickets are like $1,000.
There's $100,000 ticket.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. I'm saying the cheapest ticket is like $1,000.
I would never. I would just. Because that's the nosebleeds. I can see a perfect view of the cage on my TV for.
I mean, I've always wanted to go to one. That'd be sick. But it's just like, if I can't fucking see it, why the fuck am I going to sit nosebleed and pay all that fucking money? Honestly, not to mention if it's in Vegas, for fuck's sakes.
And UFC would be the hardest one to spend a lot of money, because it's like, look at what the Jones fight in Vegas, how it ended, dude, in like a minute and a half, and everyone's like, what? What happened?
Yeah, because let's say you're an average person paying all these thousands of dollars, and it's already fucking over, and you came just for that. It's like,
well, that could with Stipe. I promise you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
We don't know what Stipe. I mean, he's like a firefighter full time. So I mean, he's training, but he's really training. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, at least we know for 9/11 he's walking up the stair stepper.
Yeah, no, he's
so at least we knew he was doing legs.
Dude, he reminds me of Tanner, dude. He looks like Tanner.
Stipe does. The hair, it's the scruffiness of the hair.
Yeah.
And he's pretty skinny for like a dude. He's like someone like you think would cut to 205 or something. Like, he's kind of got a skinny build, and it's funny because he's like, you know, the greatest heavyweight ever. But he was a lot bigger during those early heavyweight champ years, like 2015, 2016. He was a lot bigger than he is now, and that's why I'm like,
of a lightweight. Did you know that?
What?
Look up his reach, dude. It's tiny for a heavyweight. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Short arms. Real
Yeah.
He's like a
Little
little
T-Rex arms.
yeah.
Short
Yeah.
arms, fucking A. Well,
It,
sorry, what were you gonna say?
No.
well,
Go ahead.
Trist?
uh-huh. No, I was just gonna say, yeah, I'll be disappointed if it's Jones' last fight because he took all that time beefing up. He's still like relatively young. I don't know. He's probably like the same age as Izzy,
I think he's in his
and
33 or
Yeah.
something. Is he like 33?
he might be younger than Izzy, which is
Might be.
crazy.
Yeah, he might be. Been on top since
Um,
what 2013,
I mean,
2011.
he's young enough to make
dude,
something
he was
great
fighting
happen
on the
again.
prelims. He was fighting on the prelims at UFC 100. I think it was the prelims because that
Fucking A.
Brock Lesnar part. Honestly, we'll see what UFC 300 is like. I'm optimistic. I think Dana's gonna pull out some wild cards. I could see Rousey coming back.
Dana cannot.
Who would she even fight?
Oh, anyone. It'd be funny if she whooped ass.
It'd be funnier if she got her ass whooped.
Well, yeah, of course, but
I mean,
I wish-
is
but
there
I mean,
rumor that might happen that Rousey might? I mean, I saw that thing on
Yeah,
Twitter.
there's
I
some
saw
rumors.
on Twitter that there's rumors she might, but
Rumor. I mean, just a
just
rumor.
rumors.
Just rumor.
Oh.
I don't even know. Is that from when MGK and him?
Yeah,
had the
yeah.
spat
When she asked
on
him
the
because he
red
got in that
carpet?
scuffle with him, he's like, I don't even know
I
the
don't
guy.
even-
I don't even know the guy.
I don't even-
She's like,
I
oh,
don't
it's
even
just
know. I
rumors. He's like,
I just
just
walked. I don't know.
rumors. Oh, I hope he beats Michael
He's in
Taylor,
like the
bro.
pink. He's in like the pink suit. Oh, that fight's not gonna happen. What are you talking about?
That is all Connor is now is a meme, dude, and I love him. But
I
it's
love
and it's
him, dude. I love him.
is a meme, and that's
Um,
it.
It's sad.
But he embraces it these days. He's a fucking troll, a
Yeah,
meme
of course
troll.
he is, yo.
And
Well, I mean-
what makes me sad is like when he was at the top, like I picture peak Connor like that Eddie Alvarez press conference.
Oh my God,
like in just
yeah.
terms of like nobody can fuck with you, and
Nobody
just coming off
could
the
at that
Nate Diaz
time,
win,
dude.
Coming off the Nate Diaz win, he's going down to 155, going for the two belts. Alvarez knew he had no chance at him, dude. Like, and certainly no chance with the trash talk.
Just
Like-
a stooped wrestler with an overhand. I've been beating
Yeah.
these guys up forever.
Like,
Which Michael
Pete
Chandler's
Connor,
a stuff wrestler with an
like,
overhand.
he used
Yeah.
to make fun of the trolls. That was my point. Like, dude, like what he is now, he used to make fun of those guys and like rip them to shreds. He used to be like those guys that are like celebrating people losing, like they are the scum of the earth. Like he's just used to how he is now is what he would shit on back during the Pete Connor times. And that's what makes me sad. Because I'm just like,
Well, back then he talked it so heavy, but he backed it all up, so it doesn't matter.
Too much alcohol, coke, baby.
But the thing is, he's in a unique situation because he got into a scenario where he's rich beyond belief, and this guy doesn't have to keep training, keep fighting like these other guys do. So
No, and I give respect to the fact that he's even fought, at all.
he's
yeah.
like since.
yeah.
He doesn't have to. I try to put myself in his shoes. I would not want to ever get punched in the face again if
No,
I
I
had
would
that.
never
Or
step
cut
in there
weight,
again. I
or
would never
cut
step in
weight.
there again.
He is an extreme competitor. I really do believe he's top of the world competitor. He's got to know when it's probably time to be done.
Just kind of right off into the sunset while your legacy is still kind of golden.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's fair. I
'Cause
mean, I feel like he should do that, but at the same time, it's like I can't let it go. I gotta see it keep going.
I'm
Show
kind
goes
of in the
on!
same boat. I'm kind of on the same boat. I'm like, I refuse to believe like the Conor McGregor era.
I know.
is
I can't.
completely over.
I can't imagine.
You
I can't
know,
imagine
like-
him not fighting, or at least picking fights.
Yeah, I don't want it to end this way, but dude, if
Do you
you're
think?
gonna,
Do you think had he not broken his foot that he could have possibly won the trilogy with Poirier?
I thought he was going to if he didn't break anything.
I thought
I mean, he definitely lost. He definitely lost the first round, and that's his most dangerous round. But I still think he could have.
I thought he was okay. I think he has it. I think he has it if he didn't break his leg, or his foot, ankle, whatever the fuck.
did hit Poirier with some shots, dude.
He did. He was
did.
fucking clocking him.
Yeah.
But it's like with the second fight, Connor. I mean, Connor was winning the second fight up until the calf went out. Like with the second fight, though, Dustin ate everything. and he just stood there. Like, it was like nothing hurt him. And that
Yeah.
surprised me. And that told me, it's like, okay, is Connor's like losing a bit of strength, or is Dustin just like this iron jaw that can, just stand there?
He's a scouser. Scousers don't get knocked out.
He certainly did when Gaethje put a foot up in his face.
Oh,
Oh boy.
fuck.
Yeah, he went.
I made
went
some
out
good
like
money on that.
trout.
I made some good money on
Dude.
that.
He's getting better. Gaethje's getting better. He's a lot more technical. He's a lot more patient. I think he could get Islam if they fight, or Oliveira. I think he can get him.
Well, Oliveira and Islam are rematching, eh?
I know,
Yeah.
and Islam to win that one again, honestly. But
Islam, he will. He will.
Probably will.
I think.
I mean, I don't know. Oliveira could be a little bit of a miracle maker in there when he wants to be.
Well, and I was just part of it is did that Volkanovski fight ruin Islam's confidence a little bit?
Dude, I think he looked way better than Islam did in that fight. I was pulling for Volk looked unbelievable. He was dude, he was fucking him up. He made him look like a bitch. He did. He really did. Volk looked unreal.
Islam did zero with those takedowns. The one time he took his back, fine. He took that round where he had his back and he.
Yeah,
But like Volkanovski's yelling, he's got him on his back.
Dude, he was countering everything he threw. Dude, he was countering everything, dude.
Yeah, he's stacking.
It's just alpha shit. That's what he says. Just alpha shit.
Oh fuck, he's something else. Well, we're about an hour.
I know
now.
that guy's good. That guy's like your favorite fighter's fighter, dude. That guy is just like bleeds everything great about the UFC. Volkanovski does, but it just sucks that I wish he would like come up to the lightweight division for good, or kind of do like the Connor path and maybe even like do a 170 fight, because it's like you want to see him like in these star power fights like all the time.
Well, he is a star.
Going against, but I mean like up the divisions, taking on the Islams and the Gaethjes and there's not enough of that at the 145 division. There's just not. It's why Max Holloway's like cleaned out everyone, but then can't beat Volkanovski, and just.
Why they?
Yeah. All right, well, gentlemen, we're about an hour, so.
Good stuff, brother. Hey, we're gonna do this again next Wednesday. Everybody.
Next Wednesday.
Time flies. It's fun.
Yeah, we'll do next Wednesday, and we'll have at least Brandon, I'd imagine, here, at least one other person, if not two.
We're gonna get side of things a little bit next week, okay?
No, we are. This is intro episode. We're just doing one. So,
what did you say, Jess? I missed it. What did you say?
We're gonna get into the betting side of the NFL.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll throw that in there. Yeah, we will. All right, everyone. That's gonna be it for episode 1. For those of you who are gonna be tuning in, next Wednesday will be the next episode. Probably will release Thursday or Friday. I'd imagine Thursday, but just in case it might be Friday. Don't know yet. So, for those who like the sports side of things, we'll see you next week, and see ya.
Well, look, here's the deal.
You also snagged Tyreek Hill when I had him queued, you fucking fag.
Cool.